Hello folks. Fun fact, Casio have been producing this, the F91W, since 1989, and current production is 3 million units a year. This little plastic thing is the most successful watch design in history. Let's have a look at it. I'll just tell you what the sizes are. It's 37.5mm from lug to lug, 34.5mm wide and 8.5mm thick, and it weighs only 21 grams. So this thing almost feels as if it doesn't exist on your wrist. Lug width is 18mm, but awkwardly it's 22mm at the shoulders, making it a bit awkward to fit aftermarket straps that don't look straight. I'll flip it over now. The stainless steel caseback should have 5 lines of text. The top line's Casio, the second line has 593, which is the module number that's inside it, and F91W. It says stainless steel back, water resistant and made in Malaysia, and then there's a letter Y stamped in the middle underneath. I'm trying to let you see the screws here. They're an unusual design. If you see ordinary Phillips screws on the back 4 corners, your watch is a fake. And yes, bizarre as it sounds, these little watches are as fake as Rolex Submariners. More about that in a minute. Now, running through the functions there, you see me pressing the bottom left hand button to change the functions. The last one is how you change the time. Up above there at the top left is the light. And it makes little beeps every time you press the buttons. Stopwatch start. Stopwatch stop. If you use the light button, you can reset the stopwatch. But if you use the light button while it's running, it gives you lap times. Look at that. You'll notice as I'm pressing the light button, you see the green light on the left hand side of the screen. That replaces a amber micro light that used to be there. It's now an LED, and that contributes to this watch having a 7-year battery life. Now, with the alarm time showing here, if you press the button the first time, you see the alarm bell come on. That's the alarm set, and that's the time set for it. And if you press the bottom right hand one, that's the hourly chime, and that's the alarm. Now, these little watches are of lightweight, cheap construction, but Casio construct them as well as they can possibly be made. But there are a lot of counterfeit watches here, which is just absolutely staggering on watches that sell for less than £10. You'll see that some of these watches are branded with the Casio name, and some are not. But that doesn't mean, if just because it has the Casio name on it, it's a real one. You really need to look. I personally did roll the dice with eBay, but you can go on Amazon or buy from an authorised dealer and have a bit of reassurance that you're getting the real thing. But at this price, I don't think it matters that much. As I said, however, though, Casio make these things as well as they can be made, which is actually really well. So it's as well to get a real one. And fortunately, I rolled the dice and got lucky. It was just $6.99 for mine. Now here's the watch on my just over 7-inch wrist. It's small, it's light, it's unobtrusive, and you can see that it's really well made. Now this is a sturdy little watch, but in the case of this watch, water resistance only means 30 metres. So I mean, it's splash proof, but you're not going to really go swimming in it. But at this price, it doesn't really matter, does it? The watch comes in different colours as well, so there are other options. You can get a light blue one, you can get a white one, whatever you like. As you see, the clasp is actually quite well constructed. It is plastic, but it's all sturdy and it all looks good and it all looks properly finished. Well then, what do you think of this little beauty? Well, it's not really beautiful, is it? That's the one thing it lacks. In all of the functions of a watch, this does really well, but it isn't a piece of jewellery. Now the thing about this is, though, that once upon a time, sharks evolved. And that was before the time of the dinosaurs. And one of the amazing things is that the same sharks that were swimming around at the time of T-Rex are still swimming around today. When nature found the perfect evolution of function, It didn't change the design. And it's a bit the same with the Casio F91W. I wouldn't mind betting that in another 20 or 30 years, kids will still be getting these as their first watches, and people will still be wearing them to work and out and about and to university. The most sold watch in the world, guys. You just can't beat that. Anyway, until the next time, bye-bye for now.